Hello, this is Bruce Gresham from Applied Vision Works, and welcome to part 4 of our video on executive recruiting. I want to run you through some of the stats that Don alluded to in the previous video around the different hiring platforms and methods we've used to really find some exceptional candidates for our client. And so those of you that have known me for a while know that I'm big into sports and used to work in the news industry. It's actually where I met my wife. And so I've always wanted to have kind of a telestrator in the background and be able to draw on the TV and that kind of thing. So this is kind of like my opportunity. So let's dive in. So we've used 3 primary platforms, ZipRecruiter, Monster, and Indeed during this CEO search. We've also used a proprietary mix of industry-specific platforms, 4 or 5 that we use for this industry, and we have 4 or 5 that we use for other industries as well. Also did a little bit of LinkedIn as well, and that's been helpful. And then we've also done just some good old-fashioned networking, talking to people, getting names, having conversations with people, trying to find the right person. It's interesting what the data shows. So ZipRecruiter, they're one of the newer kids on the block, and look, 14% of all of our responses have come from them, but only 1% of the quality responses where we've dug in, looked at the resume, looked at the background, and determined that this is someone worthwhile moving forward. Only 1% of those have gone from ZipRecruiter, and 1% where we've had an initial phone conversation have come from ZipRecruiter. Monster, a little bit better. We get about 4% of all phone conversations coming from them. And then Indeed, the newest kid on the block, you've seen a lot of ads for them on TV and online. They had a big ad buy in the Super Bowl earlier this year. You see they've pulled in a lot of people into their platform, and 39% of all responses have come from them. And we've got a nice high quality response rate from folks on their platform as well. And 24% overall of all the folks we've moved to a phone conversation have come from Indeed. So their ad buy has certainly helped them. Then when you go to the kind of proprietary mix of industry specific platforms, you see there only 21% of the responses. These are kind of these niche platforms that really cater to specific industries. We've gotten about 21% of our responses from them, but look, 45% of the quality responses have come from them. And then we've moved, of all the folks who have moved to a phone conversation, 31%. So it's really that proprietary mix that has helped drive this when you go to the platforms. But then nothing beats good old-fashioned networking. Look, only 14% of responses, but boom! Little nod to John Madden there. 40% of folks that we've moved to phone conversations came from networking. That's talking to people in the industry, having conversations, getting referrals, and finding the right people for this job. So thank you for hanging out with me today, kind of living out a dream, having a telestrator going as I went through some of these hiring stats. It's been a great journey that we've been on with this client. We're winding down the CEO search. And hopefully as your talent acquisition teams go through the process of finding those A players for you and high and mid-level positions, they're taking an approach of not only using the hiring platforms, but thinking about some of those niche platforms and developing a proprietary mix of platforms to use. And then nothing beats good old-fashioned networking. Again, my name is Bruce Gresham with Applied Vision Works. You can reach me at bgresham@appliedvisionworks.com or at 704-726-6728. I look forward to speaking with you.